Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Galant Bodybuilding. Mountain. And today I just want to talk to you a little bit about high frequency training. And a lot of times when you say anything on social media or YouTube or Instagram and so forth, you'll always get opposing opinions. And again, I'm all about everybody being right when it comes down to their own experience, because we're all individuals. Sometimes we'll notice that different things work. And that's the first and foremost thing I want to say. So again, no matter what I say in this video, if what you're doing is working for you and it's not the exact same thing that I'm doing, good for you. Don't listen to me. Do what you're doing and only use what I'm saying as just a way to experiment in your own training and see if there's something there for you. But one thing I'm going to say is that a standard comment that's made a lot is that high frequency training doesn't work. You have to have the 72 or 80 million hours in order to recover whenever you train. Otherwise, you will not gain strength, you will not gain any muscular size, and so forth. So the first thing I had somebody say a while ago as well is that, hey, if you're noticing that your training program's working, meaning you're getting a better pump, isn't that just glycogen? Isn't that just like, it's not even muscle, right? You know, so how do you know it's real muscle? Well, the truth is that if you're able to lift more reps with the same weight, you are gaining something that has to do with strength endurance, and that strength endurance will translate to muscle mass, especially if that strength endurance falls within the 60-second time range. So say it takes you 30 seconds or 50 seconds to perform that set to failure, you are in the anaerobic phase, which will lead to muscle mass at some point. So case in point, I've been training whole body workouts every day, sometimes easy workouts, sometimes more intense workouts, and I've noticed that my strength has shot up a bit on the bench press, specifically the dumbbell bench, where I was doing about 18 to 20 reps on the flat dumbbell bench a few weeks ago. But since doing this type of training, today I did 25 reps with flat dumbbell presses on the flat bench. Now, regardless of what you think about my technique or not, my technique in this set is just as good or better than the sets I only got 20 reps in. So there is a measurable increase in strength endurance and that groove and a good overall well-being and feeling in the body as I'm doing that exercise. And this has come from super high frequency training. And I outlined some of this in this workout program called Super High Frequency Training on my website, which I never recommend you do unless you do the 2-day splits first for several months and then ease your way into high frequency training. But the fact is that high frequency training is a legitimate way to stimulate the muscles. Now, do you go to failure every single day when you do this? No. Do you use challenging weight every time you work out when you do this? No. What you do is you constantly acclimate. You acclimate the muscle. You acclimate the muscle to lifting and tension, regardless of whether it's high tension or low tension. And a lot of times it is in the lower to mid-range tensions. And then once in a while, you increase the tension or you take sets to failure. But from this acclimation, you end up getting more results in the long run. And this is not something you have to do permanently, but I find if I do this for a month or 2 or 3 months at a time, I notice an overall well-being in the body. Now, you could say that I'm almost combining my super high frequency program with the Body Bliss program. That's really what this program looks like, where I'm doing the Body Bliss program a day or two a week, and then I'm going into a super high frequency program with high intensity, and then I'm coming back to Body Bliss. And because of this, I'm getting this blood flow and overall well-being in the body, which becomes currency for intensity. It's such genius, isn't it? Currency for intensity. The bottom line is that when I have that well-being and I develop that currency, then there'll be days of intensity. And by mixing these up, I'm experiencing a really great well-being in the body, along with less aches and pains and more stress on the right areas instead of the joints. I'm feeling like the groove and the muscle tension and the blood flow is all in perfect synergy in some way. So yeah, if you haven't tried this way of training, I suggest you trying to play around with your frequency a bit, because it might be the missing link in your training and it might give you that result that you're looking for. Otherwise, keep doing what you're doing. And I really appreciate you constantly watching my channel, even though you don't need to know anything that I have to say. But thanks for being here anyway, because you know what? We're just here to compare notes anyway, right? So I am done my book, guys. It is in the editing process right now. So we'll see when that comes out. I will let you know when it comes out. And it's a book just about my childhood and how I grew up and why I got into this whole weight training thing. And yeah, there's lots of fights in it. It's mostly a fight book, honestly. It's like Roadhouse meets bodybuilding, honestly. It's like that. Anyway, I hope this helps you in your training, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. And if you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalgalantbodybuilding.com. And thanks to the page supporters, and take care for now. Mountain. Oh yeah!